Andrew Martin with Fox 40 in Sacramento. What do you think about being here this weekend?
It's a lot of fun. I've never ran in our car. I've never been here before, but I'm really enjoying it, enjoying the seat time I'm getting. I want to move up in the ranks, so this is a good place to start. I know road courses pretty well. I run that with the Trans Am series, so going somewhere I've never been here, but I'm comfortable on road courses. I'm pretty familiar with it, so coming here is a lot of fun, and I'm excited to see how it turns out.
Before you came here, what was your knowledge of Sonoma Raceway?
I played it on iRacing. I've never been here to watch a race, so I got on iRacing. Chevrolet let me come to use their sim, and I didn't know a whole lot coming into this. I knew which way to turn, I knew the track, but today was the first time I've ever been on the track. But I just know this place is super cool. I love the elevation changes, even in the pictures, with all the mountains in the background, it's super awesome. So yeah, just I'm really happy to be at this one for my first one.
You talk about obviously wanting to move up, and the goal would of course to be racing on Sunday.
Yeah.
What's it going to take for you in a General Tire 200 to be able to move to the place where you want to be?
Yeah, today I think is all about getting laps, and I've raced a lot of different cars, so I think that I can get up to speed pretty quickly. We had a couple of cam sensor issues in practice, so I haven't really gotten a lot of laps yet, but we'll start to tell because we made some adjustments after qualifying to fix all of the issues. But I think just making laps and making a name for yourself is one of the best ways to move up, and that's one of my goals, is to go out there and not just putt around, but go out there and contend for wins, and that's one of my goals moving into the ARCA series.
Did you look at what Sam did last year? Do you guys share and compare notes, because he wants to win out here too, of course?
Yeah, I think every driver does. It's cool to have good relationships with all the drivers, but we're all competing against each other at the end of the day. And I went through a lot of footage and talked to some other drivers, and it kind of just got an idea of what I need to do. I think the footage helped me the most, and getting in this Chevrolet sim obviously really helped me. But just getting up to speed as quick as I can is kind of the goal for today.
Got to ask you the obvious question here. Being a female, this is more of a male-dominated sport, so do you kind of feel like you're a trailblazer in a way? What do people say to you when they find out that this is what you do for a living?
Yeah, most people would never guess it whenever they see me, without a suit on. And walking around the pits, some people don't recognize me until I put a suit on. So it's definitely different, but once I put a helmet on, I'm just one of the drivers out there and going out there and continuing for wins. And, I never even think about it. I get in the car and I'm just along with everybody else, the same as everybody else.
Where did your love for NASCAR come from?
From, whenever I was a kid, I really didn't know anything about NASCAR until I got a little bit older, because I kind of started in go-karts and kind of just fell in love with racing. And then, I started watching races, and one of my favorite drivers was Denny Hamlin and Jimmy Johnson. I just love watching those guys win races, and I think that's where my love came from.
And then last one for me anyway, how much of the history do you know here at Sonoma? Jeff Gordon's won here 5 times, Martin Truex Jr.'s won here 4 times, Kyle Larson's won here, it's his home track. How much of that do you know? How much of that do you even care about? Because it might not necessarily affect you directly.
It's cool. I love, I learn a lot just from going back and watching videos. I might not have watched it live, but I go back before I go to a race and I try and watch as much as I can on YouTube or whatever it is that I can find footage. So it's definitely cool. I learn a lot just from watching that, and it's definitely cool to see.
Thank you. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
What did you learn in that first practice session? Obviously, Sonoma's a very hard course. What did you learn out there that first practice and qualifying session?
It was nice. I think one of the biggest things I have to get used to is being in a big car. I'm used to driving Corvettes with the Trans Am series, and it's more of a sports car. It's got ABS, so getting into a big body car like this and having to press the brakes harder than I've ever had to press the brakes in anything else, it's been really cool. I don't have a whole lot of laps around here. We probably made 5 laps because we were having sensor issues, but I'm already pretty comfortable, and I'm feeling good about it. I'm comfortable with the car, and I get to jump around a lot. I drive a lot of different race cars, so I'm already pretty comfortable with that. I'm used to getting into new things and trying to get as far ahead as I can, as quick as I can, so I'm feeling pretty good about it.
I'm curious also, you've come from the dirt rinks. Corey Day is racing, he's from the dirt rinks. What does it mean to have all these dirt people coming into NASCAR? What does that show about coming from the dirt side of things?
Yeah, it's cool. I think it gives you a lot of car control. I drive dirt, I drive sprint cars, silver crown cars, midgets, whatever you can name. I've probably driven it, and it really gives you car control. Whenever you're coming down here and you're trying to put a quick lap down and qualifying, you're sideways, and you don't panic because you're used to being sideways. So I think it's pretty cool. It's definitely helped me develop as a driver and made things a lot easier transitioning to these road courses.
Out of all of those, I think you and Corey are competing for who can drive the most different race cars here. But Probably the Silver Crown car, is that probably the closest thing to feel
Yeah.
to what these are? And how different is it still, even with that?
You know, it's tough because every car you get in, they have their own characteristics. But, you know, the Silver Crown car is a lot of fun, but it's open wheel at the same time. So I think the closest thing to what I'm driving today would be my Corvette, although it is a sports car and it's got a lot of horsepower and doesn't weigh as much, and it's got the ABS brakes. It's the closest thing I can relate just because it's the same car that drives on a road course. And I kind of get used to the same things and used to turning right is what a lot of people questioned in my comments whenever I said I'd take my first ARGA car here to Sonoma. But yeah, I'm pumped about it. I'm feeling comfortable already.
Okay, and how many of these races have you run, and how many will you?
That's the question that we'll see. We kind of see where today goes. There's some races in the future that we want to do. If we do them, I'm not sure yet, but the goal is definitely to do a whole lot more this season.
Forgive me, I came in late, so you might have talked about this already, but I know you're talking about the brakes. Is that the biggest difference between this and the Trans Am car, or is there something else?
So in my Corvette, I don't have to press the brakes near as hard as I'm pressing them right now, but the simulator really helped me get used to that, so it basically gave me a whole day of testing without even coming here, just being on the sim and getting used to that. And my Corvette has ABS brakes, so I can drive it in a lot quicker than I can in this big body ARCA car, so just, in a mental note in my head, you got to brake a little bit sooner and a little bit harder, but it's been, other than that, pretty smooth on transition.
What would a good day for you be today, results-wise? Are you just trying to run all the laps and gain all the experience you can, or do you have a higher goal in mind?
Well, we had some sensor issues in qualifying, so we had to make some changes, so we're going to be starting at the back. So I don't know if they do hard chargers on pavement or not, but I know that's the thing on dirt. But obviously that would be super cool. Top 10 for sure is a goal. If I could get in the top 5, I'd be really happy.
And this is a one-off for now, right?
Yes, yes.
Any plans in the works maybe for?
There's definitely a lot of things in the works. I can't confirm that things are actually going to play out like I say, but we definitely want to do a whole lot this year.
Thank you for your time.